Go on. I think it's up.
So I'm gonna keep these lessons first, and then you go.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash,
and double honors to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone, and peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity, and those who are putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. We're going to get right into it.
Okay, first precept and scriptures we have is Romans chapter 8, and that's verses 6 through 11. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Matter of fact, like it started at 5.
So like it, verse 5. For they that are after this flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
So they after the flesh mind the things of the flesh. So you got carnal people. They're going to expose themselves. Okay? And how they going to do that? Like the scripture just said. If you are the flesh, you're going to do things of the flesh. And you, like the scripture just said, you're going to expose yourself. Keep going.
But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
So they that of the Spirit are going to do the things of the Spirit. They're going to move spiritual. They're not going to move carnally because they're not carnal. But if you're a carnal person, that's how you're going to move. You're a spiritual person, that's how you're going to move. And Yahweh Shemi Ashai set us up to be spiritual and not carnal.
For to be carnally minded is death.
For to be carnally minded is death. Matter of fact, you can get Hebrews 10 and 6. Matter of fact, I like it. Matter of fact, no, it says Romans. Keep going.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
So to be carnally minded is death. So if you move in carnally, right? If you acting as people of the world do, the way thereof is death. But if you move in spiritual, you letting Yahweh fight your battles. You're not trying to take things into your own hands. You're not being a nigga about stuff, right? This is what's going to lead you to life. Okay, because Yahweh Shemi Ashai said endure as a good soldier. It didn't say go out here guns blazing, do what you got to do to survive as a good soldier. No, he said endure as a good soldier. And endure means to matter of fact, let's look up the word endure. So we look at the word endure, it says suffer something painful or difficult patiently. So that's what endure means, to suffer patiently. Okay, it didn't say go out here, do what you got to do to survive. It says endure. That means you got to take it. It didn't say dish out, it said take it. Yahushua, when they came to get him, he said, think not that he said, I lay my life down. He said, if I want it, I could pray to my Father. He'll send me 12 legions of angels, and this whole place would be destroyed. But he said, no, I'm laying down my life for prophecy's sake. Because we're supposed to be as harmless as doves. Okay? And that's how this is a spiritual battle right now.
Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh.
So the carnal mind puts you against Yahweh Shemi Ashai. It puts you against Yahweh Shemi Ashai. You can't be of Yahweh Shemi Ashai and you doing carnal things. Okay? Like if you say you for Yahweh Shemi Ashai, but you got a foot in this world. You stockpiling guns, weapons. You stockpiling food. You got yourself a little bunker, just in case. When you do things like this, it aligns you with Yahweh Shemi Ashai. Because now he's looking at you like, oh, you can protect yourself. You're your own God. Okay. We gonna see if that God can help you. We gonna see if that bunker is gonna help you. We gonna see if that reserves and food is gonna last you. We gonna see.
For it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be.
Keep going.
So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh.
So they that are in the flesh that cannot please Yahweh. So because Yahweh Shemi Shai, he demands faith. You can't have faith and be in the flesh at the same time. You can't come to the camp strapped and say you got faith. That's not at work. You gotta come. You can't have weapons on you, because when you have weapons or other things you lean upon, that takes away from Yahweh Shemi Shai. Matter of fact. This is Psalms 23:1. It says, Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. So it says, Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. And that's going into being without. So if you trust in Yahweh Shemi Shai, you're gonna believe that he's not going to leave you out in the cold. You're not going to ever be without anything you don't need. It says, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. So you're going to trust that Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to take care of you and always give you a way out and set you down a good path. It says, he restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff they comfort me. So it says, when he go down a valley of the shadow of death, he's not going to fear nothing. Why? Because Yahweh is with him. He got faith that Yahweh is with him. That's why we're not going to fear, because we got faith that Yahweh is with us. Not a vest, not a gun, not food reserves, not a bunker. This is why we got faith. Not our bank accounts. We got faith that Yahweh Shemi Shai is with us. That's what we're leaning on.
Verse 9. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. But if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now if any man has not the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his.
So you ain't got the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. You're not of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Like I said, the carnal are going to do what carnal do, and the spiritual men are going to do what the spiritual men do. Everything's going to be exposed.
And if Hamashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. Verse 11, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead dwell in you, that he raised up Hamashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you.
So we're going to depend on Yahweh Shemi Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai died on the cross. Yahweh brought him back. Okay, that should be enough just to let you know, like, yo, I'm in good hands. And like I said, you got to know. Matter of fact, you might as well. I'm gonna get this right here. This is Hebrews 11:6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is. So in order to please Yahweh, you gotta have faith. And on top of that, it says you gotta believe that he is. Meaning you gotta believe that he's the end all be all. He controls all things. You can't be worried about a small matter if you know Yahweh Shemi Shai controls everything. Like, oh man, if I go out the camp today, Esau might kill me. Why would you worry about the little man when you know that the man upstairs is with you? That's like if you're matter of fact, if your father is the police commissioner and the cops pull you over, you're gonna be all chill. As soon as the cops pull you over, get to the window, you know who I am, right? And they're like, oh, that's you, alright, you can go. That's how you gotta feel. You gotta feel like you know that man upstairs and ain't nobody gonna cross him. That's how you gotta feel. That's how you gotta look at it. You know the man upstairs, nobody's gonna cross him. Because people are not gonna mess with people if they're like a police commissioner. Nobody's not gonna say nothing to their family members because they'll be afraid they'll get fired or something like that. So a police will be like, oh, you're the daughter of, or you're the husband of, or you're the wife of, you're the son of. All right, you can go. They got this show called Blue Bloods and shit like that. On that show happen all the time. And I'm pretty sure that happens in reality. If you know somebody high up the food chain, and then somebody else intervenes, they gonna let it ride. They gonna look the other way. Esau do it all the time. So, and that's what it's saying right here, Hebrews 11:6. You gotta believe that he is. So you gotta believe like, yo, I know the man upstairs, so I ain't worried about nothing.
Verse 12. There it said, therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. Verse 13, for if we live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live.
So if you doing things of the flesh, you're going to die. But if you do things of the Spirit, you're going to live. And the things we do of the Spirit is put up videos. The thing we do of the Spirit is go out to camp week in and week out. The thing we do in the Spirit is keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Be brotherly. Okay.
Verse 14, for as many as are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of Yahweh. Verse 15.
So the ones that are led by the Spirit of Yahweh are the sons of Yahweh. So that's how we know. So when you say it says judged by the Spirit, how do we do that? Through the scriptures. Okay? So the people that are doing according to the scripture, these are the people who are of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. There's a lot of people who claim Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, but they're not doing according to the scripts. They're actually hypocrites. But Yahweh Shah made it clear, like, yo, they doing according to the script. That's me right there. You can go to the Corinthians.
Second Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pullings down of strongholds.
It says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, and Yahweh just went into it in Romans, where it says to be carnally minded is death, but the ways of the Spirit, that's life. So the carnal mind, that's of Satan. The spiritual mind is of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua.
Verse 5, casting down imaginations.
This is casting down imaginations. And when you go, the word imagination goes into the word images. And the images that we cast down is the image of niggas being thugs, niggas being gangsters, us being gangbangers, us killing each other. All the negative images that Esau put up, we tear it down because it's all contrary according to how we really are supposed to be. Esau has brainwashed our people, and we're pulling that down. We don't got to kill each other. We ain't got to be niggas. Okay? We don't got to live like that. We got something better right here. We got our actual heritage. We're the greatest people on the face of the earth. And as men of the Lord, we're casting that down.
And every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringeth in captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
And we do bring into captivity everything against the scripts, with the scripts, okay? Because you can't say anything against the truth. The script got something for everything they try to come up against us with. The scriptures got something to back it up with everything. You can't come up against this.
And having in the readiness to the revenge of all obedience, Salaki, of all disobedience, when your obedience is fulfilled. Verse 7, do ye look on things after that outward appearance? If any man trust to himself that he is Hamashiach's, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Hamashiach's, even so are we Hamashiach's. Verse 8, for though I should boast somewhat more of our authority, which the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua hath given us for edification, and not for your destruction, I should not be ashamed.
So we were given his power for edification. And who do we edify? The elect. Okay? That's the only reason why we was given this edification. We weren't given this to be destroyed. We were set up to help our people. That's what this whole thing is all about. But we do it in a way that's harmless. We don't do it in a carnal way. We do it in a spiritual way. We stick to the scripts.
Verse 9, that I may not seem as if I would terrify you by letters. For his letters say they are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak and his speech contemptible. Let such as one think this that, such as we are in the word by letters when we are absent, such will we be also indeed when we are present. Verse 12, for we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that compared themselves, but they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise.
So we're not supposed to be making ourselves of the elect. And you got a lot of people who call themselves the house of David. And that's going off. Because the house of David are the elect. So if you call yourself the house of David, you're literally going off where it says we don't make ourselves of that number. Okay? Matter of fact, you can read one up.
Let's just think this. 9. Verse 9, that I may not seem as if I would terrify you by letters.
Keep going.
For his letters say they are weighty and powerful.
And that might seem scary to some people. Hold on, people we going up against, they run the world? They're rich? They got all the armies? Hold on. They got all the guns, all the armies. Hold on, you sure you want us to come out here with no weapons? We're not gonna come out here strapped, no bulletproof vest? But no, we don't do that. Okay, we don't do that. We don't gotta do that. These things aren't written to scare us. That's not why these things are written. Okay, Yahweh didn't create all these things and have us against the way it is to scare us. Look at King David. Goliath was supposed to be this big, bad, tough guy. Everybody in Israel was scared of him. Nobody wanted to fight him. And then you had David step up with a slingshot. And everybody thought he was crazy for wanting to do that. Until look what happened, he took him down. Okay, Yahweh was always lifting up the meek and the lowly. And that's going to happen again versus Esau. So we don't need no bulletproof vests. We don't need no guns. We don't need no bunkers. We don't need a stockpile food. We don't got to do none of that. Yahweh's going to lift up the meek. How many more you had on that one?
I think it was 11 going down, or?
No, how many more you had?
I had Hebrews 11 and 6. We went to that.
Oh, you did Hebrews.
Hebrews 11, verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
And that's what these are the rewards we waiting for, is to be fed during Jacob's trouble. To be fed and have protection, not only for us but our families too. These are the rewards that we hope for. This is why we do the work. So we can get that exemption from the things to come. And we got complete faith that that's going to happen. That's why we doing what we doing. That's why we coming out there without guns, without weapons. Because we got faith that these are the rewards that's coming, and on top of that, nobody can hurt us unless Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai allow it. Matter of fact. This is 2 Samuel 2 and 6. Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among the princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. So, matter of fact, verse 9, he will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. So this is what we believe. Because it's written. Yahweh, he controls who lives and who dies. You die, Yahweh did it. If you're living, it's because Yahweh is allowing it. And it's what we believe. So if we're serving Yahweh, right? It's like if you go to work. If you know you're doing your job, you got faith you're not going to lose your job because you're doing your job. And we got faith that since we're doing our job, we're not going to be killed. We're going to stay in our lot. This is what we honestly believe.
Verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the same saving of his house, but the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
So Noah, not even seeing rain, nobody seeing rain. He went out there and built a boat for 100 years. He went out there and built a boat, and then tried to warn people about it. This is what Noah did. Off the strength of faith, he went out here and did that. Even though there wasn't such thing as rain. Like we're coming out here prophesying the downfall of America. White people going into slavery. All the things that sound aliens. Angels inside of UFOs, not aliens. Everything that we're preaching, it sounds crazy to these people. Just like when Noah came and said it was going to be a flood, I'm crazy to them. Like, bro, what are you talking about? It's not. It don't even rain. How could it be a flood? Are you crazy? And the same, like that's why Yahweh Shai said the same way the Son of Man is going to come is going to be the same way where the flood came with Noah. But just like when Noah had the faith and did what he did, we got faith and we're out there doing it for free. Carnally, it looks like we're doing it for free, okay? But we're doing it for that spiritual reward. To other people, it look like we're doing it for free.
Verse 8. By faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into the place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. Verse 9. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builders and maker is Yahweh. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithfully who had promised.
So this is just going into all the acts of faith that our people went through. The faith that our people showed, even though it was up against odds and it was kind of crazy to have to believe in it. And like I said, that's the same thing we in right now. Especially America coming down, the so-called greatest place on the planet. I had an Edomite come up and tell me and a brother Malachi, I believe it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago he came up and he said, y'all think y'all going to be kings? Are y'all out of y'all minds? He literally laughed at us and said, y'all think y'all going to be kings? And he laughed hysterically. And then he said, y'all think y'all going to be set up? He said, America is not going to be destroyed. America is going to be here for a long time, so y'all better get prepared to be here for a long, long time. This place is never going down. And this is how the people see the truth. It's a joke. There's no way it can happen. You guys are niggas. Y'all can't be kings. Y'all just gangbangers, drug dealers, hoodlums. What's the other words they say?
Menaces, whatever.
Menaces. All the words y'all come up with. That's what y'all think we are. Y'all sipping on it. Y'all sipping E's juice, and y'all actually buying into it. That's funny. Y'all E's just handing out that Kool-Aid. Everybody sipping on it. But yeah, we want to close it to that. You want to add something?
Verse, I think 12, just that final one.
Go ahead.
Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable. Verse 13. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth.
You got it, bro?
And like even with that right there with verse 12 and 13, that's what we doing right now. We yet have be able to see these things actually to come into intuition, but we have faith and belief that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, is gonna allow this to happen, man. Let Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai be the truth and every man a liar, okay? So it don't matter what Esau thinks. It don't matter with the rest of you other nations or other people may think, because right now we the laughing stock, but the Lord's about to just switch everything around. This whole thing is about to get flipped upside down. It's going to catch people off guard, okay?
Come. Well, with that, I'm going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honor to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone, and peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and those who putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. Adawan, Ratazah, Thumb, your call. Shalom.
Shalom.